Hey there, Jeff here with another episode of Feedback Matters, the YouTube channel of Database Sciences and our web-based feedback survey services, Guest Insight for the hospitality industry, and Listen Keenly for small businesses in a wide array of industries. Today we're going to talk about guest or customer email addresses. This topic has been popular over the last month or so, with the deadline for complying with the General Data Protection Regulation, or GDPR, having been on May 25th. GDPR concerns European Union citizens, but it applies to any business, regardless of where it's located in the world, that interacts with EU citizens and how their data is stored and handled. You probably noticed a lot of emails in your inbox talking about privacy policy updates. GDPR is behind that. I won't go into detail about GDPR, but I'll put a link to one of the many videos that cover it in the description below so you can check it out for yourself and discover how it may impact you and your business. Okay, now let's dig into the subject of guest or customer email addresses and the feedback cycle. So as you might know by now, if you've seen anything about us here on this channel or elsewhere, we send out feedback survey invitations on behalf of our clients. The mechanism for doing so looks like this. Our client collects contact information, including an email address, from their guest or customer related to a transaction, like a hotel stay, a restaurant or spa visit, or perhaps a store purchase. And then that transaction data with the contact information is passed on to us through one of several electronic file transfer mechanisms that we provide to our clients. We then process the files and send an email survey invitation out on their behalf, which links to the feedback survey. But of course, we can only successfully do that if there's a good, accurately captured email address associated with the customer or guest. From there, we run the surveys, collect the data, generate reports, provide communication tools between management and guests and customers, and so on. All well and good, except our experience of processing transaction files like this for more than a decade tells us that there's a wide range of competency in how companies and organizations collect that information. We've processed files where more than 99% of the transactions have a good, accurate email address attached to them, which is fantastic. On the flip side, however, we've seen too many transaction files where the percentage is significantly lower. In some instances, less than 40% of the transactions have a good email address appended to the record. Obviously, this affects the feedback process greatly, as we can't sample as many guests as we'd like when the email capture rate is low. But poor email capture rates are a problem that can have more far-reaching impacts on a business. It's critical that guest and customer contact information is collected, stored, and distributed internally in a cohesive and synced manner. So here's the takeaway for today. Make sure that your customer contact records are up to date. Make sure your registration, check-in and checkout personnel, and sales associates are on board with the importance of associating accurate contact information, including an email address, with each transaction. Have a solid procedure in place to collect email addresses. A great way to encourage folks to share their email address with you is to offer some sort of reward or incentive for customers or potential customers to do so. For some businesses, a coupon code for some reward on the next or first purchase is appropriate. For a restaurant or hotel or inn, it could be a free drink or menu item on a visit. For a shop, a percentage discount off of an order total is often used. Rewards or incentives are also a great way to boost response to your guest or customer satisfaction surveys, and it has the added benefit of enticing folks to come back to take advantage of the reward. It's all part of the guest or customer experience cycle, just adding touch points. Want more details on how we help companies boost capture rates through incentives like coupons? Reach out to us in the comments or directly. My email address is in the description below as well. Thanks so much for taking the time today to watch this episode of Feedback Matters. See you next time.